Don't tell anyone where this place is.
That's top secret.
This is Tom, and I just go, this is Tom, and you go, and this is Daniel.
Pretty nice way to start.
Alright. This is T.Dub.
And this is Daniel French.
What draws you to graffiti and what does it mean to you?
What draws me to graffiti? I'd probably say because it's kind of like being a kid again. Just have this fucking huge wall. You've got all these tints, all these different colours you can just unleash and sort of just let everything out and be really expressive and just have a lot of fun with it.
Like a kid with a box of crayons.
Exactly, yeah.
And no one to tell you how to do anything.
And just to create something yourself and to be able to put something on the wall and be able to say at the end of the day, I've done this is what I've made, and to be happy with it, I think yeah, it's a really nice feeling.
Having that amazing feeling once you've finished an artwork, or having that rush when you're just trying to get something done really quickly, that them natural chemicals that kick into your system and you just paint and just enjoy every moment of it, and then when it's over you come back and you get a picture of a bit of glory. That's what it initially was for me.
Are you looking to express yourself politically or to spread some message of social justice?
I think a lot of it doesn't even necessarily need to be about something, especially with graffiti art. I think it's taking you back to just like the fundamental side of just putting something on a wall, something that you find visually appealing, something that you can explore with and sort of muck around with different mediums and different styles of producing it.
Go to an art studio or a gallery or anything and you look at the art on the walls, and there's a lot of pressure to spend a lot of time on the works just to even get into that, private space or that public space of a gallery. With street art, there's a freedom where you can just express any idea in such a simple and fast-paced way, just like a shot of coffee or something. You just shoot out, you start spraying, and before you know it, there's a huge, big face there, or a huge, big scenario.
Definitely. I think fine arts can be really dry in just the way that society views it. It's really sort of structured around a certain thing, whereas graffiti art, it can be anything and everything. You can have it super figurative, you can have it super abstract, you can basically do whatever you want.
You can say whatever you want as well, because
exactly,
it's not,
yeah.
You
exactly,
can make a
yeah.
statement that you don't have to stand there as a person and back up.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever you want, say whatever you want, and have it there, similar to advertising in a way.
And you can put it up and people are forced to look at it, it's not like a gallery space where you have to go through all these processes. I think it's good, especially as a young person, to be able to put your thing up and then know people are going to see it and to be able to go, yeah, I did this, I did that. Well, I guess it's what we've grown up with. It's the whole sort of 90s culture of the music we listen to, the people we skate with, the people we hang out with. I think it's just, that's how we've been brought up. This is the way we view art, I think, as a general population, where the art world is generally pretty restricted to the people that are in the art know and how they see things. Whereas the graffiti world, it sort of incorporates so many different types of people.
It's interesting in a way that it's looked upon in such a weird manner, because I guarantee today if Francis Bacon and Brett Whiteley and all them guys are still, trucking on, why the hell wouldn't they use a tin? It's just another medium. It's just like charcoal, just like crayons, just like oil pastels or whatever you want to do. And it's just such a beautiful medium.
I think it's got a bad image because of, I guess once again in graffiti, you have the issue of tagging, and I think it is a problem, but at the same time there's no rose without the thorn. To have something beautiful and to have all these made pieces, you're going to have the tags as well. But I think there's ways around it of accepting it and dealing with those problems. And like, if it was encouraged more, where people were given more space to do these things, I think you'd see less tags and you'd see less sort of just vandalism, and you'd see more people trying to get into the art side of it, because I'd see other people that are older that have been doing it for a while, and you'd see their work and you'd see like, fuck, this is impressive, like, I want to be able to do that. And I think that would lead people away from fucking just doing malicious bombings.
Where do you think the line is drawn between what you're doing, which is art, and vandalism?
I think once you start taking it out and you assign fucking regulation, like tagging on people's houses, that's not cool. I think once it gets into that spectrum where you're taking away any aspect of creativity and it's purely just fucking quickly put your thing up on the wall, I think that's where it's a bit of a grey line.
So do you think the way the media sort of portrays graffiti writers is a fair representation?
No, not necessarily, because I think a lot of what out there is really fucking good, and there's people that are really like, and they're generally the people that are out there making the more art-based works and putting a lot more time. They're not the ones you see going out just fucking street tagging on houses and doing shit like that, because they're more concerned about spending more time doing a bigger work and sort of rather than just going around fucking shit up.
There's so many like public spaces where I'd say go ahead, tag out, so many sort of buildings that are owned by like, government water companies, electricity companies, that are just walls that are sitting there and dirty, murky greens and poo browns. And it's sort of unnecessary where they don't let it happen.
Yeah.
If it's a public wall, then go ahead. But if it's someone's property, well, just a family or something where they don't want their kids having a big dick on their wall outside, don't do that shit.
Not for shit, that sucks balls. Like what's going on in Europe at the moment, Banksy, it's like, initially it's illegal. What he's doing is he's fucking spray paint. If anybody else does it, it's like, right, fucking, you're out of here, gone. But when he does it, they put fucking plaque over it, like this little fucking perspex thing, and sort of, it doesn't really make sense. I think the way they need to approach it, it's definitely be different. I think if they were giving people more space to paint and more legal walls and more fucking government walls, which are just shitty grey colours that look disgusting anyway, they were giving those to artists and letting people just sort of spend time and do some cool shit on it.
There is a few things happening. There's a legal wall down in Liverpool at the moment, which it's a gallery-run space, but it's just this huge old water tank. And it's a great place for kids to go to just express themselves.
Yeah, it's going to stop them tagging as well. And I think it changes people's perception of the way they view art. Because if you have the younger people viewing graffiti as going to war and putting together some fucking awesome collab or something, they're going to be less inclined to just go out and just go bombing. And that's the way they view graffiti, is bomb as fucking much shit as I possibly can.
Do you think the walls would stop short of 17-year-old selling?
Probably not. No, that's too big.
The new ones, or
The new ones.
why don't we have a license?
License.
Certainly wouldn't have done.
No, shit.
I think it probably would have put a lot more stress on my parents. But
Do your parents know? Both of you?
Yeah.
So they're happy with that?
My mum worked it out. As long as I'm not fucking tagging on houses, she's cool beans.
yeah. I think it's necessary to give kids Lego walls, because then there's no way, there's no transition that they can build up on. There's no reason that they can, if there's not a space that they can express themselves in, from the simplest things to doing a tag to doing a bloody Mona Lisa, how they're going to improve, how they're going to get there, how they're going to get from using a tin on the wall to canvas at a gallery getting paid however much for their artworks. Look at Berlin. Look at that space evolve. Look how many amazing artists. It's like an art hub of the world at the moment, and it just gives room for more talent.
Yeah.
Like if you're worried about other people coming up and taking your space, then you just, I don't know, I don't think you're really a true artist. Like, it's all about sharing ideas and bouncing off each other, but.
And everyone's got to start somewhere at the end of the day. Like, you're saying that no one else can paint, and then you're cutting out a huge portion of people which could potentially be very talented, that just haven't had the chance to do it properly. And I think there's a general rule of thumb as well with graffiti. Like, if there's a huge wall and there's a fucking awesome piece, if you're not going to match that piece and do something better than it, you generally wouldn't go over it. So you always have that constant recycle of like newer shit coming up and better shit coming up, and I think so. I don't think it's that big of a deal if
You can't, yeah, like a renaissance of art, New York in the 80s, some of the best sort of music and art came out of that period of time, and that was simply just a period where people had free run, in a sense, over plenty of studio apartments and lots of old warehouses and lots of space to bounce off. And why would you stop the progression of something like that?
legal walls are good because it's a chance where they get painted pretty regularly, and you can put something up and it doesn't matter how fucking crap it is, someone's going to go over it within a short space of time. That's just the way it works. So I think that's probably a better way for people to start off, because you can have a chance to actually practice and work and shit, and then not actually give a fuck if it turns out badly. But
Saying that, there's a lot of shit bombers.
yeah, there's a fucking terrible shit out there.
And what sort of problems have you guys faced personally, whether it be not enough public spaces or having run-ins with the police or society's perception of who you are, etc.?
Well, it just makes shit a whole lot harder. Like, you can't get on a train with having spray paint. I think it's like $400 for each tin. So that's a big fucking inconvenience. The fact that there is not many legal walls, not many places that you can paint, just forces people to have to find other alternatives which aren't going to be legal, and which are probably going to piss some other people off. So
I'm just excited to see what'll happen next.
yeah, I think there's a lot of good things coming out, and just the way people are viewing it, there's been a lot more appreciation for, especially even the up and coming people. Like, when we were sort of growing up doing it, you'd see the other people that were ripping shit up, and only now they're starting to get recognised and starting to make money from it. But like, I think now that there's already been that sense of appreciation, that it's just opened the door for younger people that are coming in to sort of, you know, I think it's a lot easier.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think just the chance to paint with different people and just see how different people work and how different people approach a wall and the way they structure it all together, I think that's really interesting. And I think it's really fun to be able to do that and to do that at a large scale, and I think that's definitely a positive.
Yeah, I think just what's happening right now, I just started meeting like a lot more artists and started becoming like a larger community in a sense. Like a lot of the artists at the moment know each other and we've seen each other's work, and there's sort of mutual respect there that's building up, and it's just helping the scene, helping the progression to galleries, helping just giving you contacts and friends and people to mess around with and bend the rules with. There goes my filter.
And it's coming in a huge way, like, only recently as well. Like, before Cockatoo Island and all these things that happened in Australia, for example, graffiti art was viewed as, even the artists that were doing it was still viewed as vandalism and not considered proper art, whereas half these people are fucking absolutely amazing, can do things that, you know, yeah, it's fucking 20 times better than half the shit you see in an actual proper gallery. Yeah.
We've really got to take our hats off to the greats and like all the people that have just like everyone from, I don't want to start naming names in case we leave anyone out, but so many great artists in their sort of early to late 30s and even more have completely made it accessible to make a living out of street art.
That's the thing, most people getting into it are getting into it not because, like, graffiti artists can make money nowadays, so I'm going to be a graffiti artist.
And that's anywhere in the world as well.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah, everyone that's starting out is just doing it for the pure love of it, just for the fun of sort of being able to do something like this. And I think to then be able to get that and be able to make something of it's really fucking cool. And I think, yes, graffiti art's definitely going places. I think it's definitely something.
definitely going places.
There's appreciation for it now. People, you can get fucking, you can get some old lady fucking that all she knows is Renaissance art and she can see something, and now fucking some old lady's like, hey, don't mind that, that's quite funny.
So how'd you guys meet?
He was looking like a monkey.
I went to the circus and snuck backstage and had all the freaks and geeks section, and there was this weird looking child covered in hair
And I jumped
and too
and
many
I said,
toes.
I've always wanted to meet him. It's the monkey man.
It's a monkey. And after that,
He let me out of my cage.
I went in there, he came
I was
out.
in with the lions, Daniel and the lions then.